As March 2020 arrived, Las Vegas was on an economic high. Casinos were packed. The airport was busy. Local concert venues and sports arenas were buzzing. Shopping malls and restaurants were also packed. There was plenty of work for everyone. Few went wanting. Clark County, which has jurisdiction over the Las Vegas Strip, was still recovering from the last recession. But like the community at large, optimism reigned as it looked to the future. Then the pandemic struck with the first infections. COVID-19 case counts, hospitalizations, and fatalities began to grow. A declaration of emergency was issued. Casinos closed. Traffic would disappear from the Strip and be replaced by bicyclists. The airport closed terminals. People began to wear face masks, washed their hands more frequently, and social distanced. Clark County, fearing local hospitals would be overwhelmed, worked with the health district and local hospitals to expand capacity. The convention center was designed as a last resort backup to house patients. Officials worked feverishly to secure PPE. They expanded the testing capacity, and today, UMC leads the state with more than 830,000 tests performed in its dedicated COVID-19 laboratory. UMC's testing capacity has increased exponentially, rising from 500 tests per day in April to an impressive 10,000 tests per day since June. The county put resources in place to ease pressure on local hospitals. For instance, the county and the city of Las Vegas partnered to set up a 500-bed acute observation care facility for homeless individuals who need to be in quarantine or in isolation, but not hospitalized. Without this facility, the affected homeless individuals would be on the streets, in a shelter, or in a hospital, far from ideal. Other facilities would be set up as well, including the Southern Nevada Health District's 29-bed isolation and recovery site for COVID-19 clients who need a safe place to isolate but don't require hospitalization. Convenient drive-through testing sites were set up around the valley. Today, about 1.8 million tests have been administered in a county with 2.4 million residents. Clark County may have one of the most robust testing programs nationwide.
Es real y mata.
We learned that community education is critical, particularly for vulnerable populations, such as the Valley's large Hispanic demographic, many of whom live in identified hot zones. The county launched its Esta En Tus Manos campaign, which means it's in your hands. Unfortunately, the pandemic has isolated many people in their homes, including the elderly. To make sure they had access to sufficient food, County Commission Chair Marilyn Kirkpatrick joined with local partners to create Delivering with Dignity. The program has delivered more than 26,000 meals since its inception.
We are 6 feet apart, dancing in the streets. You are too. Get out here, Las Vegas.
To lift spirits, the County Parks and Rec Department sent specially equipped vans into requesting neighborhoods for dozens of popular In It Together Southern Nevada mobile dance parties. Meanwhile, the county is helping small businesses stay afloat with grants.
To know that we have that coming and to give that to them, or that's going right to them, and I don't have to worry about it, is huge. I mean, it's like the weight of the world's been lifted off my shoulders.
Over the last year, the county distributed more than $11 million, awarded over 1,060 small business grants, and provided assistance to thousands of businesses. In recent months, the county also paid the past due NV Energy and Southwest Gas utility bills of more than 62,000 families suffering from the economic effects of the pandemic at a cost of $21 million. An additional $108 million is being spent on rental mortgage and utility assistance through the Clark County Housing Assistance Program, which has benefited about 18,000 residents. Altogether, the efforts of the county, the health district, its partners, and the community at large have yielded positive results. While there have been over 62,000 coronavirus cases and tragically more than 2,800 deaths, a community vaccination program was launched in January. The road back to normalcy will be a long one for Las Vegas and Clark County. The Las Vegas Strip has reopened, but casinos don't look the same. Tourism is down significantly, especially midweek. Conventions, which brought 6.6 million people to Las Vegas in 2019, have yet to return. Many residents remain unemployed. But Greater Las Vegas and Clark County are resilient. It's something we learned on 1 October and now during this pandemic. We know we'll get through this, and we'll get through it together.